Hello my dear Pisces, this is your love and spirituality reading for the time between October the 1st to October 15, 2016 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. So, if you would like a personal reading with me, you can contact me at queenofcupstarot@outlook.com. You will find my email also in the description box below the video. So, my dear Pisces, we will have the new moon October the 1st, but the moon will be located on the same side of the earth as the sun, so it will not be visible in the night sky. October the 7th, we will have a meteor shower in the constellation of Draco, named Draconite's meteor shower. It will go on 6 to 10 of October, but peaks the 7th. We will also have Uranus at opposition October 15. That beautiful blue-green planet will be at its closest approach to the Earth, and its face will be fully illuminated by the sun. So it probably won't be visible for you, for your naked eye, but it will surely affect you, Uranus energy. So, okay, I call the divine with love and light. I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Aries viewers. So, I want my dear Aries to have love in their lives. No, Aries, sorry, Pisces, I'm so sorry. I have just been doing Aries, so I'm just repeating myself. I want my dear Pisces, nothing else than Pisces, okay? Everyone, you hear? Pisces. I want my dear Pisces to have love in their lives, and also for them to find their highest path regarding spiritual development, and also to have creative success in their lives. I also want you to be able to find your highest destiny, so you can fulfill why you are on earth at this time. And so, seems to be ready already. Great. I'm sorry for the Aries thing. Sometimes it's like that. Okay. So I will just tune into Pisces, the first part of October 2016. Okay, so here's your future, here's your now, and here's the past. So whenever you look at this will probably be the exact right time when you are guided to look at this. So it will be in divine timing. It will be about the time when you're looking at it, is what I'm trying to say. So, but this is usually, for the most part of you, now will be the 1st to 15th of October 2016. Okay, my dear Pisces, the first card for you is 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles, it's a card about a union between people, like trying to cooperate here on earth, trying to be good citizens, trying to share things equally, trying to not hurt other people, but make them harmonious, proving yourself loyal, showing that you can be trustworthy, trusted. And it's also like sharing your extension of money or knowledge or love towards other people that might not be like equally lucky as you are. So this is a beautiful card about friendship, about compromises, about having that lovely quality of wanting to share and wanting to be a good partner, a good worker, a good friend. So it's a beautiful card, and it's 6, so it's harmony. And here we have a Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is like kind of a loner person, like a person that's has maybe separated themselves a little bit from other people, maybe because they can't like live up to their own high standards of how they want people to be and behave. Because if world is not looking like this, like it's not equality, people are not treated well, the Queen of Swords will a little bit shut out. She is almost a little bit like the Hermit, but she has more airy quality to her, and has this white and blue dressing, so she has hope also coming. So she's still like hopeful for humans. She hasn't like backed into a cave and and stay there, but she is like this person allowing people to come to her, and she will give them advices, and she will try to tell them how they should do this to be like equal to one another, because sometimes this is depicted with you know the scale, and this is Libra, so it's also sometimes depicted with a scale. So it's very much about balance here. So maybe you are trying to make balance in your life, or you're trying to prove yourself like worthy, and trying to do your fair share, putting in that extra effort. It could also be that you have an air sign person, or a person with this kind of personal quality in your life, and they are like requiring respect, requiring equality. Nothing else will work with this kind of people. They will withdraw from you. So we'll see what this is going. So the next card for you is Ace of Wands. So that's definitely a new beginning in some kind of endeavor. And you now have had Earth, you have had Swords, those are the opposite, and here comes Fire. And you see it's a beautiful bird phoenix here. It's a butterfly, but I see it as a bird phoenix. You know, they have gone through the same transformation from a caterpillar to butterfly, and it's a metamorphosis. And this is, I think, what's happening to you, or what's happening with your life, is this rising again, being in you, have gone through some tremendous change, like that can have been really uncomfortable, like the squishing and metamorphosis of a caterpillar into a butterfly, or the fire that extincted everything, and then you rise anew like the bird phoenix. So it's like a new dawn, it's like a new beginning, maybe a new humanity, maybe a new kind of view on humanity with the Queen of Swords. It can be like something that we haven't seen really before, that you require it. It's like you want it or need it. And here comes the King of Swords, and it's like facing this Queen of Swords. So something profound is going on here. I want to show you like more closely. And it's not water. It's definitely not water. It's anything but water actually here. So what can we say about this? It's a feminine aspect and a masculine aspect of air, and that is thought, it's logic, it's things that you can logic thinking, calculating, and it's facing one another, and it has fire in between. And fire is usually like breathed by air, you know, it needs air, oxygen you need it to have a fire. So those are actually like firing this kind of change, those two persons. So together it's almost like a convention, or like really wise people sitting together and trying to see this new dawn, and they're facing each other. So that shows me like they are participating. Here we have a Seven of Wands, and that might like show that the King of Swords might have like not the same feeling of equality here. I would have preferred the Six of Wands here, like wanting to communicate. So it's still a little bit like unequality here between the masculine here that wants to take power, wants to have it like my way or the highway, or saying no to a lot of things, don't want to make the change. But it's a positive card also. It's like the ability to say no and respect yourself. But here it's like compromise. So compromise, and the other one is like just respecting themselves and don't want to make any kind of change on their behalf. So it's a little bit off, but it's anyway, it's like they are facing each other anyway, and they are trying to make something new out of this. So we'll see what it goes. The King of Swords is as the Queen of Swords, like he's not a loner like in the same way, because he has taken a position of power, so he feels that he can defend himself like against other people, and that's his security, that's his kind of survival skill. And her survival skill is like to be equal and do things equal, that things need to be really just between people. So they have a little bit different aim, and they can easily crash into one another, that one is trying to take power is like they are guarded here by an armor, you see. And they have the sword raised, and they have a falcon. And this one, she is not guarded by an armor. She has her sword raised, and she has blue jays here, and actually here as well, if you can see it. Blue jay, little blue jay there. So she stands for hope and purity and everyone's equality, and to trust yourself and your instinct, and to take the divine word out in the world. And him is a little more egocentric. He has the yellow color. That's the color of solar plexus, that you want to express yourself, and you want to be powerful, you want to be strong, you want to be fearful. And he has the armor, so he's like a bit afraid, a little bit more afraid than she is, because she is not armed, so she is more relaxed, and he's more like tense a little bit. So they have a different approach. One is searching for equality, and the other one is searching for personal power, like a little bit more. So it can be a judge, a businessman. This is more like a human rights kind of lawyer, or someone that's tried to make things like better things in the world. And he represents more the power of the earth, like the stronger of the fittest, the survival of the fittest, most money to the strongest people. So it's depict the picture of the world, like really nice and really clear actually, but it's a new dawn here, so that's some kind of change. Like we can see that there's going to be some kind of change, maybe. It's very balanced anyway. So the next card is the Sun, and it comes underneath the Six of Pentacles, and the Sun is speaking about soul connection. It speaks about seeing things from above really clear, with a like kind of eyes of God. And it's a naked child on this, so it's like a nakedness, it's like a willingness to sacrifice oneself and not being guarded, like actually sharing. So it's beautiful, and it's sunflowers here, and it's a white horse, so that's feelings that are known, that you're aware of. And it's a beautiful open card. It's about a person that's whole, and it's like those kind of Buddha figures, you know, they are totally relaxed, they have their belly relaxed, they have almost no clothes, they are smiling, so they are not fearing anything. It's like an openness to this, and a wanting to give. It's not a clinching, it's not like holding on to something that it's mine, you know, it's mine, my precious. It's more like it's an abundance. There's enough for everyone, and no one needs to like build a mountain of treasures. You can just have what you need for the day, and nothing more. It's like I guess that was scary for most of you, but if you can understand me, like when you see your actual needs, when you don't put like your happiness and your personality and your everything into things, you might not need them so much anymore. You can be happy just by like breathing, and being happy just by feeling the sunlight on your back, just by riding this horse, just by being out in nature. So it's a more profound happiness than you can find maybe by getting power, getting money, getting things, getting stuffs, collecting riches. So it's a more natural way of living on earth, I think. Like a more like human beings could suit better into the equation of it all. Okay, so the next card that comes underneath is underneath the Queen of Swords is King of Pentacles. So yet no water in my Pisces reading. I have seen this with the Leo reading also. There was just one Leo, no, two, with the Desert Prince. But so it's something going on. You have taken in your opposite power, I think. So this is King of Pentacles. This is a person that wants to show themselves trustworthy. They want to make things grow. They want to be a loyal, loving husband. They want to be there for other people. They want to share their abundance. They are the gardener of earth. And sometimes they have turned into owner of earth instead, and keeping themselves safe in their castle. But so you see, it's like he's between two worlds. The ground here is really sterile, like he has made this a really masculine inhabitant. But he has the grapes here that shows the divine feminine, and he's really focused upon this. So there will be some kind of evolution, I think, where we can have more life into the whole picture, because life should be everywhere. This is what's going to make people secure and what's going to make them happy, that there is life. Like you can take food from the trees everywhere, and you can feel like there's an abundance everywhere. So we need to create more abundance for ourselves. Less concrete and more life needs to be everywhere, in the cities and everywhere. It's going to make people more happy also, and it's going to make people feel safe, and they are not going to strive as much for glory and gold when they have like trees outside their house that can just give them food whenever. So and that's of course not something that the power wants, because if you don't you know, hungry wolves hunts the best. So they want you to starve, they want you to be hungry, they want you to be like little worker bees that will go on and be crazy, like for getting money, getting the next iPhone, getting the next car, having the next thing, you know, being like all up in that. And that's very beautiful for a business leader, because then he has a lot of like workers that wants to do a good job, and that's perfect. But so it will enrich him, but will it enrich you, the great masses? Well, that's the question. So next card. Next card is Four of Swords. So really central in your reading, Pisces, comes like a stalemate. Like it's Four of Swords. So it's like you have been in war. It's a female. So it's almost like it's the Queen of Swords here. But she has yellow clothes. So it's the King of Swords. So it's like a stalemate between you. And you also have the green here. I know it's not the same plant, but it's very similar, growing here like this. So it's something from both worlds, I think. And she's about to put down the swords, but she still has some branches here. So I think it's like a tiredness of war in some sense, and not wanting to be in this war anymore, and doing something, change something, do something else. But I think there will be a time for you where you will feel rather exhausted, and just not need to like reset your batteries, so you don't get sick or ill, because it seems like you have been restraining yourself with something that you have tried and like tried to make the world a better place. I think about, when I see this, I think about the Pisces symbol, that it's like two Pisces being like this. It's a really equal symbol, like we take care of each other. But I feel that one of the Pisces has been missing, because this one hasn't taken care of the other. It has taken care of themselves. So it's like one part has been sacrificing themselves, and the other one has taken like this. And now it's like, well, there's nothing more to take, or you don't want to give anymore, or you don't want to be like that ball, just like for the taking. Because this is actually in many tarot cards, it's like you have this kind of storyline with it, you know, where Jesus made abundant bread and abundant fish just from some fishes and bread. And so this is the story of the fish sharing, and that was what we were supposed to do this past 2,000 years. But did we do it? No, we didn't. So I've heard my friends telling that that the Pisces is like a half year too late. So it's like it's too late. It's like we haven't done what we were supposed to do in the age of Pisces. We were supposed to learn how to share, but instead Jesus came and learned us this, like how to share, how to be equal to one another. But it was like kidnapped by church and people in power, and the Roman Empire could be depicted in this picture, like the Roman Empire, and they stole this religion and made it like a patriarchal religion to rule people. Like, you need to go to church every so and so, you need to do this, you need to do this. It was more like rules, and that you are a bad person, you need to change, you need to be better, you need to do this, you need to better yourself, you're not worthy, you're unworthy. So it made like people like on different scales, like those unworthy people up down here, and the priests like up here, and the kings and everyone that was worthy, that had been granted the hand of the Lord. And that's why you are poor, because you are a bad person, so you're poor because of this. and it was not the truth. The truth was they were poor because people have taken power over them, and they forgot like the ages of Pisces should be about sharing. And here we are now. So what's happening here? It's a stale here anyway. So here comes the World card. So that's really beautiful. It seems like it's almost has changed place here. Like it should have been like this. This is the abundance of nature where I'm talking about, like where you can find food everywhere, and the nature is like our God. Like we nurture it because we know that if you cut off the branch that we need to stand on, it will all be gone. Like we can't reinvent life if you have killed it. So it's like they have changed position here. So that's really beautiful. That gives me anyway a lot of hope. She has taken in the male power, and he has taken in the divine feminine, like the abundance of nature. Really beautiful. This is the 21 World card. 2 = 1 is 3, the Empress, the nature, Mother Earth. And it's also like being in the right place, doing the exact right time. So maybe you are not half a year too late anyway. Okay, so the next card is Justice. So you see it has shift places. We had the justice here, and like the male thing here, and here you have the justice like here now. So equality, yes, it's need to be equality. It needs to be equal. No one is like above another, and everyone's uniqueness need to come forward. So I think this is telling me like that you need to start listening to yourself, like what's inside of here in this body, instead of listening to everyone else, because you have this answer here inside of you, and no one else has this for you. So when people are not like being like subordinate sheep anymore, you will be impossible to rule. You won't be able to be ruled by an authority. I have heard a story about India, when British colonies were about to be made, and they sent out the first couriers to like search the country, and the couriers came back to the British Empire and told them, well, you can't overrule this country of India because they have their belief, and they are no thieves, there are no poverty, they are only equality in this land. So if you want to rule them, you need to take away their religion, you need to take away their beliefs, you need to take away their trust into one another. So what happened? Well, the British Empire came and they did just this, and they were like people starving all over the streets, and children dying, and a lot of, you know, poor people because of this inequality, this unbalance. Like someone wants to own you, rule you, take you, enslave you. And as long as if they could have stick to their beliefs, they couldn't have been ruled. That would have been impossible. So they had to tear down their community first before they can take the country. And so how did India deliver themselves? By taking back their pride, by taking back the trust in one another. They are not fully there yet. They have wounds that need to be healed, but they did anyway the break free, like with and also not without using violence. So beautiful. This is not using violence also. So really strange reading for you. What I've seen is 2 Libra here. That could be the same, and or some kind of air person. And this is an air person, maybe Aquarius or Gemini or Libra, or any person with this kind of authority, like really logic. And this is a earth person, like a more stable person that's really good with money, good with things. Also could be a gardener and things like this. So there's a lot of people in your reading, and this one wants equality and a new beginning, and this one wants to have the power kept, but there's change going on. So we'll see how long they will endure. And here is the sun, like a person, this person, the gardener, has like woken up, and so there's at least peace and abundance coming here, like the divine is granting it in some way, and it's just like justice. We can't pass through here. It will you can't like go further here before you have taking the grant like of abundance, like you have accepted peace and abundance, then you can pass through and accepting the true you see, this child, this and being the gardener of earth instead of being the ruler of earth. So I think this is you, that you won't be able to pass through before you accept your inner authority and your inner child, and going with that authority instead of the authority that you can find on the outside of you. So the next card for you is 8 of Wands, and it's beautiful. You have so balanced reading. It's really beautiful. You have the 8 of Wands here in this corner here, and you have the 7 of Wands here. So 8 of Wands is like the sun's rays, and here is like you get the sun's rays, you get the information, but you are resisting it. So you don't want to have it, you don't want to see it. You want to keep your power, you don't want to share, you don't want to whatever. Don't be powerless, you don't want to lose. You're fighting for your life here. But this is like this trait here, like giving equally, being like unguarded, you know, like Mahatma Gandhi maybe, like really with no weapons, with no violence, just showing your pure soul. And this is the sun's rays coming in, and the sun's rays is a beautiful picture about spirit energy coming down on earth and fertilizing us. In everyday life, it's like the card where you are like having this opponent to someone, and you one day you come to this conclusion: why are we arguing in the first place? I love that person. So you just call them up and you tell them, well, I'm sorry, I made a mess of it all. And that person will say, well, I have felt the exact same. I don't know what happened. I'm truly sorry. And that's that time, you know, of reconciliation where you feel like you're on the same page. And this was what this energy wanted all along, like get along instead of stealing from one another. Like don't take power over one another. Share equality like the fishes. Okay, so the next card here is Knight of Wands. So it seems like this, you see air, you have air, you have earth, you have fire. So this is actually like this, how we say, India starting to do a revolution. This is truly a revolutionary person. This is that kind of person that, you know, go through, travel around the world, especially in Eastern philosophy countries or countries with old beliefs, and trying to, you know, they are excavating mountains and finding new beliefs, opening their mind. It's like a young boy that needs to fertilize themselves with new ideas before they can grow up and be a fully responsible human. So they are roaming around, making a mess sometimes, going on beach parties, taking their guy friends up to a mountain and maybe do some ritual there, and maybe staying in a convent for a while and having a lot of girls. You know, it's the things from both worlds. Okay, so it's a player kind of guy, but they are going to grow up to beautiful persons. So this looks like this feminine, like a bit tired energy, like, well, I don't want to fight anymore, and I don't want to give you anymore because I have given enough. So it's like they are saying, male, be a gardener on earth or be gone. And this is, I'm going to take power. I'm not going to give you anything more. So it's like they are getting into their power here, and they have been sharing and sharing and sharing and sharing, and maybe being totally emptied because of this, like lacking of energy. And now it's like they have seen to the core of their soul, and they want like a person that participates with them in life and do their fair share of work and help them with all the burdens, not trying to be like heighten over them or decide over them or hurt them or betray them or whatever. And now it's like they have taken the force into themselves, like, if you are not going to be this person, I am going to be this person for myself. So that's a true revolution, when you're not trusting authority anymore, but you're trusting yourself and you are being in your true self. So here comes a Page of Swords also. So Page of Swords is like when Jesus went into the temple and drove off all the merchandises from there. So it's like truth telling. You can see things like on telly. They are telling you things that you know are so false. It's not true. And now you're starting to see this. You don't need an authority anymore to see what you see. You have seen something here. There's a change of willpower. You have taken a wand here. You're holding it. It's your willpower. You don't want to fight anymore. But if they don't come freely and like participate with you in sharing, you will start to tell them at least, like, well, I see what you're doing. This is whitewashing. You are doing this. This is not the truth. I hear what you're saying. This is how you make me feel. You know, start the communication. It could be in a partnership, like when one party wants to go out and party and the other one knows, well, he or she is going to be drunk and probably kiss other guys, you know, or make a fuss in some way. And you don't trust this. So you're telling them, well, I'm coming with you, and they are, so this the kind of conflict that can be in a love relationship, for example. And then you are starting to trust yourself, like, well, I have seen this before. He drinks so much and he doesn't come home for 3 days, for example. So you're starting to put the finger on it. And it can be like in a worldly scene also, because this seems to be a worldly scene. But I'm trying to take it down like to your personal level, because it's too much of a news flash here. So I want to take it down to your level. And then it's like you're starting to tell the truth. You're starting to, this is really male cards. It's the fire, willpower, the sword, like being able to talk. So it comes from this side, like the sharing side. So they have decided to, I take in your male force now, like the power force, and I take it with me, and I'm going to fight for what's right. What I know in my heart is right. I'm not going to be like used and abused anymore. I'm not going to give away any more of my energy. So this is one side doing their job, like taking in the other side. So what we want from this side now is to take in their vulnerability and understand that just because they are human beings and being afraid of the world, they don't need to like bring down other people to be safe. They can be safe just by being in their body, breathing, and by that, like accepting their inner feeling and be more brave and courageous by that. They don't need to like guard themselves and put themselves above to feel secure. Like, I'm the only one insecure. I'm on this island. I have power over everyone else. No one can hurt me. So it's like a juvenile thing that's going on here with the power junkies. And that's because they have, or you have, if this is you, a reptile kind of brain that says to them that other people means danger and you need to defend yourself. You know, it's like when humans first came out of caves and started to use instrument and they saw other tribes maybe as dangerous, and they tried to, like, you know, protect themselves. This is like protecting opening of a cave, feeling really protected, having rising your weapons. And so it's really like a person coming out of a cave here. And this is the old mentality of human beings, and we don't need this anymore. We have survived, we have tried. So there's millions and billions of us. So in first, when we were like 7 people, we might have need to like guard ourselves very much, and therefore we have a lot of fears, like of spiders and snakes and other people and strangers and people coming into my like my yard, you know, territorial pissing kind of thing. Everything that we are doing, it might have been like really needed in those days when we were 7 people. But now when we are like 7 billion people, we don't need this anymore. We don't need this to survive as a species. So it's outdated. We need to grow into a new kind of species now that's like developed past this old kind of thing. It's not needed anymore. It's just hurting us. It's hurting the earth. It's hurting everything. And here, yes, oh, it's so beautiful. You see, they have changed in place. So this is the divine feminine coming underneath this masculine. So they are awakening, and this side is also awakening. The feminine is taking its power. The masculine is accepting the abundance. Like, you don't, people that's hunters, for example, I don't mind hunters. I think it's better to hunt your animals if you are going to eat them than to have them stalled into small boxes all their life, never seeing the light of the sun. Well, then it's maybe better to be a hunter. But some males, when they hunt, they say, well, I love to be in nature. I love to walk in nature. That's why I'm hunting. Well, I can walk in nature every day without killing anything or destroying anything or taking power over anything or mining anything or taking down trees over, or, you know, I don't need to own this. I can be in it. I can just feel myself like being this small person in this great forest and feeling like taken care of and feeling the connection with the Divine Mother and feeling like there's life everywhere. And this makes me happy. And it seems like it can start to make this person happy as well, that they might not need to kill it to feel safe. They can see the earth as something that you can just let it be there, and it will be worth something much more than when it's dead. So here comes Two of Cups here. So it seems like, well, the two sides have come to some kind of peace agreement, and it's equality. So I think this can be in your relationships going on, but I need to say that I see it like on a world level, that it's like you Pisces, it's the end of your era now. We have 100 years left, so it's really crucial to like do this assignment now. We were supposed to do it maybe 2,000 years ago when Jesus might have walked on earth telling us what we were supposed to do, but we didn't do it. So maybe it's time now to fertilize one another. One side is not like giving everything away from free anymore. They are taking in their own authority, like taking back their energy from this side. Well, this is how far I'm going to stretch. And this is like giving back the energy instead. And it's quality. So it's beautiful. Okay. So I will do an attempt to take this down on earth for you again. But the only Pisces energy that we have is in this. And it's, you know, I talked about the two Pisces. So it's like you need to take your mission to conclusion. And you need to have everyone with you. You can't leave people behind. Even the persons that are opposing you, they are still afraid. They are not doing this for to be evil. They are doing this because of they are living in their survival skills. And you are a bit like, you are Pisces, so you have another approach to this. And I think it's time for you to heed your mission and to start make equality. And if you are the power junkie person, you need to give back the energy to the other side and try to relax and try to breathe and start to appreciate like just being in your body. Your body is the key. It's the temple. So it's really crucial. And if you are like the giver, you stop giving now. You put up boundaries. Like, you see, it's male wand energy, male sword energy, male wand energy here, male sword energy. So it definitely like it stops now. You don't give any more than your fair share. You give half and not more. So that's why it's like you have been over functioning, and you might have taken like too much of the scene. Like, you know, when a big sister is doing everything and being so great and getting all the parents' appreciation. And now you are like team. If you are backing off like this big sister, you know, the knower that, oh, I give advices, I'm so advanced, I can fix everything for everyone. You are like backing off now. taking back your energy. Well, I will only do half. And then you will like enable the other side to start functioning, like the little brothers to start functioning, to start do their fair share, like do half. Because when you overfunction, you are like making the other one the black sheep, and you are glorifying yourself. But in real, you are just taking the, it's like you're taking the show from that other person that, okay, they say, well, if I can't be loved, if I can't be respected, I at least will be hated. So I will make a lot of trouble for my big sister. I will steal her things. I will do this. I will do this. And, you know, everything. So when you back off and you do only half, you also give the other person the chance to do their fair share, their half. So it's actually you leaving the other person's space to develop, or the other side is leaving you space to develop, depending on which side you have taken in this life cycle. It has been trying to balance itself up, but it hasn't been equality, and it might be because of this side like giving too much. So the other side has been left undeveloped, and like being able to take the dark side, being the dark sheep, and being the bad guy, being the villain, you know. And really it wasn't how it was supposed to be, but you were too goody good, and the other one was left with the rest. So don't be goody good anymore. Listen to your own source, make boundaries, and okay. So I will take some cards for you from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. This is the Lady of Lightning, so it surprises, sometimes shock, total paradigm shift, and it works really well with this flash here, the Ace of Wands that can be depicted like a flash. So it's a flash of insight suddenly, and it just comes, I think it comes from the divine. It's like this also, a lot of energy, so it's a total paradigm shift, something happening that's like what was before will not be after this. So it's a beautiful card. In the beginning when I got this card, I got really scared, but I learned with time that the beautiful things came after this thunder, after this destruction. It came like beautiful things. And here we have the Gaia's Garden, and that might be what comes after. And you see that's really well working together with this kind of cards, the World card here and the Empress. So the World is actually number 21, and 2 + 1 is 3. That's the Empress. So this is like being the gardener, doing the work in the garden, and being like, just being nature, being in nature. You don't need to own nature. You don't need to excavate it. You don't need to do things with it. It's like when the Indians said that they would only take things that were granted to them by the rivers. So they didn't go out in and mine things. So this is the gardener of this paradise. And this is how humans should be against Earth, like gardening her, taking care of her, making her more beautiful, making us around her more beautiful and abundant every day. Instead of making it like smaller, scarcer, having less and less. Here's like it's more tidy. It's like, yeah, here we can have nature, and the rest will be like no nature. There will be human space. So it's stupid, actually, and ugly. Sorry. So I will also take cards for you from the Past Life Oracle cards. Forgiveness, I saw that, and health, fallen out. The other cards I didn't really see. It was too many, I think. So what about Pisces? What's coming here? Oh, okay. So Pisces is the Jesus energy, of course. So spiritual and religion, and what came out of it was wars and battles. So what went wrong? And I think we have had a rather clear reading that told us what went wrong. Like one side was over-functioning, the other side was under-functioning, and took all the power and took the face of being the black sheep, the bad one, the bad guy. And the other one was, well, we are so spiritual, we are so nice, we are not getting any more karma for ourselves, and we just do nice things all the time, and those guys came and took over everything, and we just abandoned Earth and said, well, we were not going to fight back because we are unlighted people, so we are not going to do anything. But now this has changed, so the spiritual side has now taken their weapons, and the weapons is not of steel and fire, I think. It's more like truth and willpower. And the other side, I think, will lay down their arms against Mother Nature, because why are they hurting the one that feeds them? That's stupid. Okay, so my dear Pisces, it seems like you are in the middle of some worldly thing. I don't really know what you're doing, but maybe you are sitting in UN or something going on, climate meeting. I don't know what you're doing, but it seems very beautiful and really balanced, and it seems like your sign has like come to its fulfillment. It's like you have been doing the work now, like bringing the quality that you were supposed to do. Great job, I guess. So, okay. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting my videos. I'm really, really grateful for that. I wish you could see my heart, like how happy I am for you, for being able to sharing this with you. And also, I would like to say that if you want a personal reading with me, you can contact me at my email in the description box below. It seems to be a bit confusion about that, so I try to say this all the time, so it will be easy to find that information. Okay, so take really good care, and I hope to see you again in the middle of October. Okay, bye-bye.